Let us see the next question. In a box containing 15 bulbs in which 5 are defective, 5 bulbs are selected at random. So what is our random experiment now? We have to select 5 bulbs, okay, from 15 bulbs. In that bulbs 5 are defective. Find the probability on different cases we have. So let us write a total number of bulbs in the box are 15, defective bulbs 5, so good bulbs are 10. It's very clear. Now first one, let us consider none of them is defective. So we have to select only good bulbs. So the event I am assuming that event as A. So A be the event that none of them is defective. So the number of possible outcomes, number of favorable outcomes of this A, n of A is equal to the only possibility from 10 only we have to select the 5. So 10C5. Selecting from selecting is nothing but combination, right? C we consider 10C5. And here the total outcomes are actually 15C5. We can choose from 15, that is total possibility 15C5. So therefore P of A is equals to n of A by n of S, favorable outcomes 10C5 by 15C5. Okay, did you remember what is 10C5? 10 to 5 terms by 5 factorial. 15C5 means 15 to 5 terms by 5 factorial. These two terms gets cancelled, and on simplifying it you will get this is 12 by 143. Let us see the next one. Let B be the event that only one of them is defective. One of them is only one we have to select a defective. So defective 5 we have, and non-defective, that is good bulbs, we have 10. Okay, actually we are selecting 5 bulbs randomly. Okay, so that means one bulb from this 5C1, and what we have to consider here, 10C1, 10C4. From this 10 we have to consider 4, and from this 5 we have to take only 1. Therefore the total possible outcomes are 5C1 into 10C4, and here which is equal to, so what are the total number of outcomes here? 15C5, right? Here the sample space, here we are having 15 bulbs total. So therefore n of S is equal to selecting 5 bulbs from 15 bulbs. This is our n of S. This is 15C5, and our random experiment is selecting 5 bulbs at a time. And now this is equal to 5C1 into 10C4 by n of S means 15C5. You simplify it. 5C1 means 5 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7, 4 times by 4 factorial, by 15 into 14 into 13 into 12, 4 times by 4 factorial. These two will get cancelled. On simplifying you will get 50 by 143. This is the answer. Okay, last one, you see the probability of at least one of them is defective. Only at least one of them is defective. See, at least one of them and none of them. If you observe these terms, none of them and at least one of them. See, a person should not, none of them he failed. That means he passed. Okay, at least, what is the opposite condition for that? If he failed at least in one subject, it is opposite to that sentence only, right? None of them is opposite word to at least one. So here this event we are denoting with A. So this event will be A complement. So here this event will be A complement. So probability of A complement is nothing but, as we know, happening of an event and not happening of an event, their sum is equal to 1. So we can find out if you know any one of them. 1 minus P of A, 1 minus 12 by 143, this will becomes 131 by 143. So none of them and at least one of them are opposite. By we can solve this. Let's go through the next theorem, multiplication theorem. Multiplication theorem is related to conditional probability actually. Okay, conditional probability means first one event should occur, then only another event will occur. Suppose if you have hall ticket only, you will enter to the exam, you will eligible to, you will permitted to write the exam, right? So here first you have to take the hall ticket, then only you should go to the exam hall, right? So in that way one event is depending on the other thing, right here. So that such situations, in that situations the probability is called conditional probability. If A and B are two events in a sample space and P of A not equal to 0, that means not equal to 0 means if it is equal to 0, that is impossible event. Okay, so if you are studying first class, if you cannot write intermediate exam, right? So that is impossible. So such events, and animals can't fly, right? Such events are called, if you take an event to dog fly, it is an impossible event. Such events probability is 0. So this event is 100% occurring event, probability of A is not equal to 0. Then the probability of B after A has occurred. So after A has occurred, then only probability B occur is called conditional probability. Okay, that is denoted by here B after A. B after A. After means we will write in the denominator part. Here probability of B but after A. Okay, probability of A by B means what? Probability of A by B means probability of A after occurring of B. Okay, so which is equal to, this is denoted by probability of A intersection B by P of A. Here you see A P of A. Here P of A intersection B by P of A. This is the definition of condition probability. This can be taken as N of, because this is nothing but N of A intersection E by N of S, N of A by N of S. N of S gets cancelled. You can take directly N of A intersection B by N of A. Let us go to the multiplication theorem. If A comma B are two events of a random experiment such that P of A greater than 0 and P of B greater than 0, then P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B by A, which is equal to P of B into P of A by B. We have to prove this. Okay, by the conditional probability, here A comma B are two events such that P of A greater than 0, P of B greater than 0. By the definition of conditional probability, what you can say here? We can write P of B by A is equal to P of A intersection B by P of A. Here denominator part you have A, P of A. Numerator P of A intersection B. From this what you can write? P of A intersection B is equal to, I am sending this part here, P of A into P of B by A. Okay, P of A into P of B by A. Here P of A and denominator part you have A here. Okay, and then again by the definition of conditional probability, what you can say? Probability of, let us take P of A by B, let us take P of A by B is equal to same P of A intersection B, but here B, denominator B you have P of B. That implies again you can write P of A intersection B is equal to, this part I am sending here, P of B into P of A by B. Whatever the term you are having here, you should get this here, P of B into P of A by B. So from this 1 and 2, what do you say? P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B by A is equal to P of B into P of A by B. Hence the multiplication theorem. This is completely depending on the condition of probability only, definition of conditional probability only. Okay. Let us see the next question. A, B, C are three horses in a race. The probability of A to win the race and different conditions are given. Now what we have to find out, what are the probabilities of A, B, C to win the race. Okay, now here we have to find what is our event, these horses to win the race. Okay, I am letting A, B, C be three events of winning the race. Okay, now winning the race by the horses A comma B comma C respectively. So let us observe the condition. For A to win the race is that A to win the race, that is twice that of B. So probability of winning the race of A is equal to, okay, now 2 times of probability of B, twice the winning of B. Okay, and next condition, the probability of B is twice that of C. So 2 into 2 times of P of C. So these two conditions are given. From this we have to find out this. Okay, probability of B is equal to 2 into P of C. I am substituting here from 1 and 2. What can I write? P of A is equal to 2 into P of B. P of B means 2 into P of C. So probability of A is equal to 4 into P of C you got. Now, but all the sum of probabilities in an experiment, all sum of all events must be equal to 1. So here probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C must be equal to 1, and you substitute here. P of A means 4 into P of C, P of B means 2 into P of C plus P of C. Now all terms are in P of C only, you can find out P of C. Hence you can, if you find P of C, you can say P of A, P of B values also. This is for 7 P of C is equal to 1 by 1. So that implies P of C value is 1 by 7. Therefore P of B is equal to what? 2 times of P of C, that is 2 into 1 by 7, that is 2 by 7. And P of A is equal to 4 times of P of C, that is equal to 4 into 1 by 7, that is 4 by 7. Once you observe 1 by 7 plus 2 by 7 plus 4 by 7, 7 by 7, that is equal to 1, right? So your answer is correct. Hence P of A value 4 by 7, P of B 2 by 7, and P of C is equal to 1 by 7. Let us see the next question. If A, B, C are 3 independent events of a random experiment such that P of A intersection, B complement intersection, C complement is equal to 1 by 4, A complement intersection, B intersection, C complement is equals to 1 by 8. These are given. Then what we have to find? We have to find A, P of A, P of B and P of C. Okay, here the term is independent event. So when the terms are said to be independent events, if and only if P of A, their probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Means whenever you have A intersection B, you can directly, if they are independent, P of A into P of B. This is the definition of independent events. Okay, then from this case, independent means they are not depending on each other, right? So when in such case P of B by A is equal to P of B, because B is not depending on A. So suppose A is a, you have to write the you have to play cricket match. Suppose B is an event to write the exam. There is no common point to this, right? If without playing also you can write the exam, or with playing also you can write the exam. It is not depending on A. So it is P of B directly. P of A by B is equal to P of A. And P of A intersection B intersection C, if they are independent events, directly you can take P of A into P of B into, intersection becomes into, intersection becomes what? Into, P of A into P of B into P of C. So here you have first one, what is the given thing? P of A intersection B complement intersection C complement is equal to 1 by 4. That is nothing but what? P of A into, these are independent events, so intersection becomes into is equal to 1 by 4. You say this as 1. And second one, you take A intersection B intersection C complement is equal to 1 by 8. That is nothing but P of A complement into P of B into P of C complement is equal to 1 by 8. 2. Next, P of A intersection B complement intersection C complement is equals to 1 by 4. That is nothing but into P of C complement is equal to 1 by 4, you say as 3. Now you observe this conditions, we have to get P of A, P of B, P of C values, right? If I observe in this, in the last third statement, what do you have? All complements you have. Here 2 complements you have. So I am considering now, I am using 3 now. 1 by 3 implies, what do you get? P of A into P of B complement into P of C complement by P of A complement, P of B complement, P of C complement is equal to 1 by 4 by 1 by 4. These two gets cancelled, and here these two gets cancelled, these two gets cancelled. That implies what you get? P of A by P of A complement is equal to 1. Okay, that implies P of A is equal to P of A complement. Can I write? We know that always the happening of an event, not happening of event, their sum makes 1. So P of A is equal to 1 minus P of A we can write. If I send this side P of A plus P of A, 2 P of A is equal to 1. That implies P of A value is 1 by 2. We got 1 value. Now you find out B value also. 2 by 3 let us do. P of A complement, P of B into P of C complement by P of C complement is equal to 1 by 8 by 1 by 4. 4 ones, 4 twos. So here these two terms gets cancelled, these two terms gets cancelled. That implies P of B by P of B complement is equal to 1 by 2. So 2 PB is equal to P of B complement. This is nothing but 2 into P of B is equal to 1 minus P of B. 3 P of B is equal to 1. So P of B is equal to 1 by 3. Now from first equation, what do you have from first? P of A into P of B complement into P of C complement is equals to 1 by 4, right? So I am considering that one. P of B complement is nothing but 1 minus P of B. This is 1 minus P of C. Let us substitute the values here. P of A is 1 by 2 and this value is 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 minus P of C is equal to 1 by 4. Now we have to simplify for the value of P of C. Now 1 minus 1 by 3 means 3 minus 1 by 3, that is 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 into 1 minus P of C is equal to 1 by 4. Here 2 gets cancelled. 1 minus P of C is equal to, if I send this 3 here, what happens? This is 3 by 4. Now P of C is 1 minus 3 by 4 is equal to P of C. So 4 minus 3 is 1 by 4. Therefore P of C is equal to 1 by 4. So hence our answers are P of A is equal to 1 by 2, P of B is equal to 1 by 3 and P of C is equal to 1 by 4. Only on the condition that independent event. Whenever you have independent events, A intersection, B intersection becomes into. Next question, the probability of that Australia wins a match against India in a cricket game is given. Okay, what is given? The Australia wins a match against India. So I am considering an event that Australia wins a match against India and therefore P of A is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, if India and Australia play 3 matches, how many matches? They are playing 3 matches. What is the probability that Australia will lose all 3 matches? Okay, the probability of Australia will lose all 3 matches is, see, winning winning event is E, so losing event is E complement, right? So P of E complement, and it is losing 3 times. So P of E complement into P of E complement into P of E complement, that is nothing but P of E complement whole cube. This can be taken as 1 minus P of E, okay, whole cube, 1 minus 1 by 3 whole cube, that is 2 by 3 whole cube. This value will be 8 by 27. And next, the probability of Australia will win at least one match. See here, it is losing all the matches means none of them is winning, right? None of them is winning and at least one of them is to win. So these two are what? Opposite conditions. So whenever you have opposite conditions, what will be the answer here? Which is equal to 1 minus, so P of E complement whole cube. Opposite means here already for 3 matches it is winning 8 by 27. Okay, so remaining out of 8 chances are there, in 27 chances, in 8 chances are there, so remaining all chances it to be failed, right? So here the probability of Australia win at least only one match is 1 minus p of e complement whole cube, that is 1 minus 8 by 27, that is 19 by 25 chances are there to win only at least one match. At least one means it may win one match or two match or three matches. See the next question. Let us see the next question. In a shooting test, the probability of ABC hitting the targets are 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4 respectively. So, probability of hitting the target of ABC is given. So, I am assuming ABC are the events hitting the targets by ABC respectively. So, probability of A is 1 by 2, probability of B is 2 by 3, probability of C is 3 by 4. And if all of them fire at the same target, all of them fire at the same target, find the probability that only one of them hits the target. Okay, now only one of them hits the target. So what are the possibilities? A, B, C we have. Okay, in that case is what we have, only one of them should hit the target. So either if A hits, B fails and C also fails. Okay, or A fails, B hits the target, C fails. A fails and B fails and C hits the target. These are the three possibilities we have here. So that is nothing but probability of A intersection, and refers for intersection always, or refers for union, and refers for intersection, and or refers for union. Intersection C complement plus probability of A complement intersection B intersection C complement plus probability of A complement intersection B complement intersection C. Now here these three are independent events, right? So P of A into P of B complement into P of C complement plus P of A complement into P of B into P of C complement. Here P of A plus P of A complement into P of B complement into P of C. Here directly you can write P of B complement, P of A complement. What is P of A complement? If A is 1 by 2, P of A complement is 1 minus 1 by 2, that is also 1 by 2. P of B complement is 2 out of 3, so 1 out of 3. 1 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3. P of C is equal to 1 minus P of C complement is equal to 1 minus P of C, that is 1 minus 3 by 4, that is 1 out of 4. That means 3 out of 4 is winning. So what about the remaining? Only one part remaining. 1 out of 4 is its complement. 1 out of 3. Now 2 plus 1, 3 by 3 gets 1. So you substitute the values here, 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 by 3 into 1 by 4 plus P of A complement is 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 into 1 by P of C is 3 by 4. Okay, on simplifying it, you will get the answer 16 by 24 here. Okay, 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6 by 24. This is 1 by 4. Now next one, you see the probability that at least one of them hits the target. At least one of them hits the target means A or B or C, right? At least one of them means A or B or C. It's not and, because any one if you do it's okay. Okay, if you two people hits the target is also okay. Okay, so A or B or C, that is nothing but A union, probability of A union B union C is equal to, can I write 1 minus P of A union B union C whole complement? Okay, this is nothing but 1 minus complement property. If you have any unions complement, you will have P of A complement intersection B complement intersection C complement. When you have A union B whole complement is equal to A complement intersection B complement. So from this 1 minus, and these are independent events, So intersection becomes into P of C complement. You substitute the values here, 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 4. The answer will be 23 by 24.